Happy New Year! Welcome to episode 54, the first of this year. I'm Jamie, your host of this knitting related podcast, coming to you today from Michigan, where it is very foggy. And it's a new year. I've got some new projects, we've got some new yarn. We've got some prizes. This is going to be a fun, hopefully not too long episode. So grab a drink, grab your knitting, and let's dive right in. So first and foremost, I really slacked on the M1 Knitalong once I got my steeked project done. It just left my mind frame. I was done. I had moved on, and then I remembered, oh no, my make along that I was hosting is still going. And then the other day I realized that it had ended, and I needed to pull some let me get back to the prizes in a minute, but I should say what I'm wearing, because that's what podcasters do, and it's related to this make along. This is a steeked cardigan. This is the Woodland. No, I do this every time. I call it the wrong thing. Moreland Cardigan by Tanya Barrow. Barrow? It's on the screen. Anyway, this has a nice fun bobble feature down the arm. Otherwise, it's pretty plain Jane. And steeking it, which means cutting it down the middle after you knit it in the round, and then you knit the button bands, was not as scary as I thought it would be. I loved steeking. I will do it again and again and again rather than knit a cardigan flat. And if I were to change anything, I would probably knit a smaller size. But I'm wearing it over this maxi dress that I'm wearing today, and I think it just adds kind of a nice vibe. Anyway, back to the Knitalong. We have prizes. So I've pulled one winner from the Ravelry chat of the Knitalong and one winner based on the hashtag, and they are for Ravelry. I'm going to insert the name on the screen right here. If that's you, please email me. I will put my email on the screen now, and I will send you a prize. And then now I will pull a winner from the Instagram hashtag, and I'll put that name on the screen here. And so if each of you would email me at this address, I will send you a prize. I have some yarn for you. So yeah, that Knitalong is done. We have moved on to the next knit-along, which, hold that thought, I have cast on, and last night I just split for the sleeves. This is the M1 Classic Cal, and we are knitting the Classic, which is a free pattern. Don't you hate when you're recording on your phone and you see a message you have to respond to? Anyway, this is the Classic by Espace Tricot, which is a free pattern. It's available on Ravelry, or I believe their website as well. It is DK weight. I'm knitting mine with fingering and mohair held together. The fingering I'm using is this skein that I'm holding up while I look in my bag for something. This is Foxhill Farm Cormo Cross. I bought this at Rhinebeck, and it's one of the less itchy farm yarns that I've come across. And then I'm holding it with my own hand-dyed mohair in the colorway Mushroom. I love this colorway. And I could not be happier. Now, I will say this about the pattern. I have read a lot of Ravelry project pages. I feel like I have hair all on my face. Sorry. I feel like I've read a lot of Ravelry project pages for Espace Tricot's patterns where people say they have a hard time getting gauge, especially us loose knitters. This pattern is written for a US 7 needle, and I am using a US 2 to get gauge. My fabric looks nice, I have gauge, so I'm trying not to be focused on the number, but the finished successful project, let's say. So there's plenty of time to join this knit along if you have not yet already. It runs through March 5th or 12th or something. I'll try and put it on the screen if I can find it in my notes. And I cast this on a week ago, and I'm already split for the sleeves. So I'm really excited about that. My other current whip, I don't know if I've talked about this on the podcast before. This is one of those baskets that you see in quite a few places. I bought this summer and use it quite a bit more than I thought I would. This is, do I have the name of the pattern? I am the least prepared podcaster ever. This is a bit of a scrappy project. I had knit a sweater, didn't like it, ripped it out, and it was all using leftovers anyway. But this is I'll put it on the screen because I can't remember the name. It's pants. And I just finished the first leg, and the second leg is underway. And this is worsted weight. It's flying by. I'm really enjoying it, and it fits, which is always good. So those should be done fairly quickly because, like sleeves, they go faster and faster as you go because you're tapering them. So with that being said, I was kind of thinking fast forward to my next project, since both of these two projects I just showed you are flying by, I guess, and I haven't really been knitting that much. I didn't get as much knitting done over Christmas, New Year's as I thought I would. Anyway, I was thinking I would like to cast on a pattern that has been in my queue that I bought yarn for at Rhinebeck, and that is Aran weight because it will go fast. So I'm like, let me knock out all the Aran weight projects and then maybe like knit by weight. Do my Aran projects, then my worsted, then my DK, then my fingering. And so I'm going to put on the screen a picture of the project, but this is the Merlo Pullover by Julie VR. And I'm going to knit this in Hudson and West Forge. I bought this at Rhinebeck, and I'm hoping the colorway is one of those that like tends to look funny. I think this is pretty true. This is the colorway Honey, which I believe was an exclusive for Rhinebeck. I bought this at Indie Entangled. It's 70% merino, US merino, and 30% US Corriedale. It's a little bit rustic, a little bit more rustic than my usual, but I do love it. So I might cast this on today or tomorrow. Ravelry is giving me grief on the checkout page for some reason, so I'm trying to, I wasn't able to buy the pattern yesterday like I had tried. Anyway, this should be a quick knit. I mean, it's got the cable down the front, which is a little bit of interest, but otherwise it's pretty straightforward, and it's cropped. So I wanted to revisit a project that I had recently talked about, which was the Monday sweater by PetiteKnit. If you recall in a recent episode, I was knitting it in my Harvest colorway, and I had split for the sleeves. I think I had actually even knit the entire body. I was just on Sleeve Island. I thought I had gauge, but I also omitted the short rows on the back and instead did more like increases all the way around to get the number of stitches. And that, I think, threw things off. In the end, I decided to rip out the entire sweater. And the more I like the basic crew neck vibe for this yarn. There was not a problem with the pattern. I think it was me, and I think I just mentally was not like in gear. Who knows? But the more I looked at it, and while I was knitting the sweater, in fact, I kept thinking, I really want this to have a fuzzy halo. I kept thinking I wanted to hold it with mohair. This is the same colorway, but on mohair it looks a little bit deeper, maybe glossier. I don't know. Anyway, so I've decided I'm going to hold these two together, and I'm going to cast on, what did I decide? Because yesterday I was looking at a couple different projects. Oh, I'll insert the name of it right here, but I remember this is a free pattern on Ravelry, I want to say. So, that's what I'm going to cast on. I feel like all my sweaters, the sweaters that I love the most, have mohair in them. And so, unless I really feel that it's a non-mohair kind of pattern, I want to add in mohair. And I know a lot of people don't love mohair. And mohair is specific. You have to get, like, this is kid mohair with silk. It is very soft. I have come across some customers who, and I have very sensitive skin. This does not bother me. I have come across customers who don't like mohair or find it itchy or whatnot, for which I say try Surrey alpaca as another fuzzy option. But I love this. I think it is just so lovely. Anyway, so I'm going to cast that on as well, probably in the next couple days. So maybe by the next episode, I'll have some progress. What else? Oh, the warm-up sweater. It just came to me. It took a minute. Oh, this tea is so good. This is Tazo's passion tea, and look how, I don't know if you, there you go. It's like passion fruit. It kind of matches my dress. Anyway, I digress. What else was I going to talk about? Oh, I have a new colorway in the shop on my DK base. This is kind of a one-of-a-kind for now. I'm not sure if I'm going to dye this on other bases or ever again. But this is called Kalamata. And it's got some like purples and yellows and browns and almost like a chartreuse vibe. But I just wanted to share that this is in the shop. Should you be looking for a DK weight yarn. There you go. So I hope your new year knitting is going well so far. Comment below and let me know what one pattern you're really hoping to make this year. I spent a little bit of time with my Ravelry queue, which was 8 pages long, and I did a Marie Kondo. If it was not bringing me joy, and I did not think I was ever going to knit the pattern, it had to go. So I whittled it down to 6 pages, and I got rid of things that either had a skill that I did not think I really wanted to be bothered with, such as knitting flat, or was just not. I took a hard look at how I like my knits to fit and how I like to style them and colors, things like that I had in mind for patterns. And all of this played into just like being more realistic on what I want my future finished objects to be. And that was really helpful. So I know a lot of people take time in the new year to do like some almost spring cleaning. And that was a good opportunity to do so. So that being said, I'm really excited about the things that are towards the top of my queue. And if you follow me over on Instagram, the other day I posted like a little reel of the top 12 patterns that I want to knit. And maybe I'll throw in a photo or two of some of the like kind of the top of the list items. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. We'll make it a quick episode. Thanks for joining me. Please, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up below. Show notes are below. I always forget to say that. And don't forget to subscribe so you'll get more content in the future. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you later.